Hey guys, 2025 is over, and looking back, we kind of read a lot of visual novels last year. So I was sort of inspired to make this short compilation video showcasing everything we read. If you keep an eye out, you might even see some VNs that are spooky lost media episodes I never uploaded. Most of all, thank you guys for 50 subscribers. I never really thought the channel would get this far. Got there are folks willing to listen to a dumb wolf yap for a little while. Thank you all. And also, there are probably some out-of-context spoilers here, but enjoy. The first shock to me was his voice. It sounded tired, yes, but that wasn't everything. I don't know how to describe it in any other way, but I swear I could hear some kind of whisper behind every pause, between every word. Like there was someone else talking. And it wasn't just an impression either, it was knitted. What is knitted? I've never seen that word. New word discovered, knitted, knitted. New word. At first I thought it could have been the TV. It was like a test of how far they could push that fantasy. Of course, though, Diego would sometimes try to push back. This isn't what hypnosis is about, he'd say, to absolutely no avail. Thomas wouldn't give up. They both kept going into more extremes, looking here and there for different methods of induction. And then they found an ancient Cthulhu artifact on the dark web. Then something changed. Jump scare. Something sinister had invited itself into their play, and much to their dismay, would give them exactly what they had been seeking. One night, Thomas saw that Diego had pulled an all-nighter on his computer. He never did that. A man's commitment to his schedule is the golden badge of a passionate soul, he would sometimes remark. Thomas saw him bathed in the blue light of his monitor, eyes wide open, grinning to himself. When the bear noticed he was being watched, he closed the window he was looking at and chuckled. I got something for us, all right, he teased. Just you wait. Said and done. 3 days later, still with that same grin imprinted on his face, Diego left the apartment for a couple of hours to meet with a local friend. When he returned, it was with an even wider smile. And a thick leather-bound tome, cradled in his arms like a newborn pup. I was joking. I was joking about the Cthulhu artifact thing. I saw the corner just as it always had been that entire afternoon. Empty and ordinary. And yet, the bear was shaking. Eyes bulged out, panting deep as his claws scratched the tabletop. Cool art, though. He looks cool. Don't he look cool? He's in intense pain and stress, but don't he look cool? The rooster fumbles with a soggy pack of cigarettes. He's a lucky fella. I don't kiss and tell, you know that. How do you even do it? Easy, you tell someone they're cute, buy them a drink and... Not that, how do you kiss someone without any lips? You just... and then... He works his beak. Takes practice, it does. I'll see you around then. I should hope so. I could use a sidekick. Sidekick? Pretty sure I saved your bacon back there, big guy. Poke his belly. He laughs raucously. Raucously? Raucously. I don't know, how do you say that word? Exactly, I can't think of a better person to fill those shoes. You've got the spots, now earn the stripes. I'll have to fetch my resume. Keep an eye out for it. Pats my shoulder. This paw's so warm. Or maybe I'm just really cold and clammy. Good night, Spot. Night, Don Hound. Hey, feels strange to hear other people call me that. It's a hard name to forget. I wink at him, but I can see if his face turns bright red. I'll be off then. Farewell, citizen. So my savior turns, cloak swishing in the wind as he hops out of the window and vanishes into the night. Coffee sometime? That bloke what stopped a robbery at Mr. Brune's place. That wouldn't happen to be you now, would it? I give the screen a glance. Sure enough, there I am, bottle in hand. At least they took the courtesy of blurring out my face. Not that it matters with all my spots. That could be anyone. You leave that lady alone right this instant. Anyone. I thought I told you to give me a ring if anything happened. Shit, right. I was gonna text him when I got home. I'm sorry. Are you alright? You're not hurt, are you? Just a few scrapes. I'm glad Mr. Bruin is okay. Can't say the same for a Star, though. Who's the big lad? Look at the screen again, just as Dawnhound breaks through the window and strikes a pose. I hurried to the front door, slipping and sliding over the wet cobblestone. Guys, the action panels. God, he's such a cutie. He's such a cutie. Look how cute he is. Hello? I bang on the door. It's me, Alex. Open up. Oh. No answer. Please. He tired. I fear its peak. Guys, issue 1's over. Okay, that was issue 1 Glory Hounds. That was me finishing issue 1 Glory Hounds after 5 years. I get to go home now. Thank you, guys. Indeed, the world had begun to revolve around the perception of these new creatures, and so too did we Reapers need to evolve. As I said before, I can't recall much from the time before the humans. It was all primal, mindless, you could say. But soon, we grew to reflect them. Their philosophies, their desires, their bonds. The end goal was never to continue evolution, but rather to seek out the most fulfilling happiness an individual could experience. And perhaps, as I grew to reap more humans, heard their stories, their sorrows, their joys, I believe I grew to create my own philosophies as well. I will never go away, Mori. I am fundamental to the existence of life. But Reapers change, and we evolve to fit new life forms. So what will I be like in a few thousand years? So much culture has changed in the past 1,000 years I've spent reaping humans. I can tell he's just pretending to busy himself to avoid the tense feelings floating around the room. He dunks his head underwater and comes up for a few seconds later, the fur around his neck completely drenched. He catches me staring at him as I casually avert my gaze. He continues, splashing around in the water, then speaks up. I know this is a public bath, but hope I'm not invading your privacy. I wouldn't want you to be uncomfortable. I can't blame him, but of course it was uncomfortable. Here I am enjoying a nice bath alone with my thoughts, and then steps in an exposed wolfman. In any other situation I wouldn't mind, but I was not prepared for this. I glance in his direction to see an embarrassed look on his face. Don't worry about it. Try to relax more and move my way around the bench. Okay. He takes my hand in both of his and shakes it up and down once with a firm grip. It was a pleasure to meet you, Lord Richter. I can tell getting to know you will be hard, so we'll have to do this again. Of course. I do hope that you enjoy your stay here, however long it may be. We're here for an indefinite amount of time. Thank you, Raynar. I gather myself and look toward the prince, who is standing across the table. Gathering myself, I'm not overly distraught leaving his presence. Still, I try my best to be polite and give a bow in his direction. It was an honor to meet you, Your Highness. He gives me a slight smile. However, I don't feel that it's authentic. That makes 2 of us. You're too kind. It was nice meeting you as well. One of the servers opens the door and Lyle walks into the room. Good night, Lord Richter. Good night. Spot April leaning on the counter, looking as entertained as she usually does. Hey, slow day up here too? Yep, it's Wednesday, my dude. Holy shit. Guys, I'm horrified. I'm horrified. I'm horrified. They love the pink they love the pink text gimmick, right? They love the pink text. They figured out they could do the pink text, and they love it. Aren't you on break soon? Oh yeah, I forgot he's on break soon, right? I forgot we haven't had a break yet. Okay, we'll see. I'll clink on the pics. I'll clink on.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Was that? It opened a link. It opened a YouTube link to the Jimmy is Here video, or Jimmy Here video. It is Wednesday, my dudes. After some deliberation, Trent found a burrito bowl that worked for him. We paid at the register, retrieved our food and drinks, and returned to my selected table to start eating. He picks around his bowl with a fork. So why do they call this a burrito bowl? Isn't it just a salad? Oh, we get to see the top of Trent's model because he's sitting down now, right? We get to see the top of Trent now because he's sitting down. Why do they call this a burrito bowl? Isn't it just a salad? It contains rice, beans, lettuce, salsa, chicken, and some queso. You could call it a salad if you wanted. Probably some kind of marketing thing, I guess? I imagine consumers don't want to come to some Southwest restaurant just so they can order a salad, you know? I guess, but why does that matter? When the customer buys a product, they can clearly see it's just a salad. Why call it something else? Is Trent the best character? Guys, I know I just said April's the best character, but Trent might be the best character. Are you not happy with what you got? I'm not unhappy, I just thought it was going to be something special since it was called a burrito bowl and not a salad. I don't know what a burrito bowl is either. I came out from under the covers and placed my paw in hers. Even in my overly numb state, the simple act of making physical contact with another person brings a little levity. I feel like... I don't know, dude. Eddie's been doing too much. Right? See, this is why sometimes people just need to stay home. They need to stay home and play video games. Right? Eddie's doing too much. He's like running around. He's like having drama with this guy. He's like contemplating his entire life philosophy with this guy. You know, he's like working, you know, fucking 72 hours overtime or whatever. Right? Eddie needs to chill out. He just needs to play Slay the Spire or something, you know? He just needs to play Slay the Spire at some point. He's doing too much. Even in my overly numb state, the simple act of making physical contact with another person brings a little levity. You've been keeping a lot of stuff from me. I'm sorry. No, I'm not scolding you. As a matter of fact, I'd be a hypocrite if I did. What do you mean? Mentally speaking, I haven't been in the best shape either. After I got home from school yesterday, I had a really bad panic attack. I was dreading everything that could go wrong at my portfolio review. Mo, you should have told me you were so stressed about it. Yeah, I should have. You should have told me the self-deprecating thoughts came back. Yeah. So why didn't you? Because I didn't want to hurt you, or worry you. And I didn't want to tell you about my panic attack because I didn't want to worry you. You see, we've created this toxic cycle where we can't help each other. Wow, yeah, it's a big problem, isn't it? I won't be giving any soggy pizzas, I can promise you that. The wyvern thinks about it for a moment, but he gets a call and I step aside so I don't hold up the line. After a few moments, he comes back to me. Yeah, sure, if you don't swim, let's put it to the test. You mean right now? Yeah, right now. Just got a call for a pepperoni and anchovy out in the docks. Think you can bring it to him? You don't even have any delivery guys before offering that? Okay, how much do you guys pay? So you know what to do, right? This is insane. We don't have cars, so you have to out and run. All you have to do is jump to avoid obstacles. You can keep any tips you find along the way. Is this a minigame? Surely this isn't a minigame. What the? Now I'm realizing why. This is a game? Guys, I didn't think this was like an action game. Come on, guys. You can press the space bar, tap the screen, or click to jump. What? They're on dock 64. If you get the pizza there, then you got the job. For the summer, anyway. I grabbed the pizza and look up the address on my phone. Guys, we're gonna have to save in case I mess up. We're gonna have to save in case I mess up. Do you think there's like a secret if you get like a perfect score or something? I don't know. I grab the pizza and look up the address on my phone. Well, here I go. ... Oh, holy shit. This is peak. What the hell? Pizza Runner. Is that supposed to be cut off? Is that on my end? I don't know. Score 0. 3, 2, 1. This is just This is just the no internet game. Finally, fourth period hits. First class together. I see him and eagerly take the chance to sit next to him, only to be stopped by someone clearing their throat. The teacher, Mr. Carano, points to the board. I look at it. Alphabetical order seating. Damn. I give Andy a disappointed look, but he just waves me off with a smile as I sit down. I just remembered I don't have his phone number still as I sink further into my seat. This cat doesn't waste time with the lessons, but I can barely focus at all, just browsing this anatomy book and glancing at Andrew. It all started with the Big Bang. Canines interbred with all species on the planet, uplifting them alongside them. That's why we all have paws. Whoa. What kind of lore is this? It all started with the Big Bang. It all started with the Big Bang. We cut forward a couple billion years. Canines interbred with all species on the planet, uplifting them alongside them. That's why we all have paws. Is that Grok, is this true? He claps his hands at the realization. Oh, I know. You want to go fishing? There's a take your cousin to work day? No, a normal fishing trip. When was the last time you've been fishing? I did it with my dad when I was 10. It's like riding a bike. You never forget. Do you know how to ride a bike? Nope, but still. Just the two of us? Maybe Nanabe and his friends want to join, and his friend want to join. They haven't been on a boat in a while either. His friend, the hyena? I can already feel my body freezing up at the thought. Oh, right. I forgot you have inexplicable racial trauma. The big maned wolf. Maned wolf, that's what he is. I was like, is he like... The big maned wolf looks at me in the eyes without saying a word. Where do maned wolves live? His eyes are a mix of green and blue. They're turquoise. Is it aqua green? They're turquoise. They're teal. They're cyan. They're cerulean. I should snap out of analyzing him, and I guess I should break the ice too. Just move on, Theo. Actually, don't move on. Hello there. Nice morning we're having today, eh? Eh? Is he Canadian? Where's this take place? Where's this set? The birds are singing. The flowers are blooming on days like this. Kids like you. The birds are singing, and there's a soft breeze passing through us. Yeah, you're the new kid who was about to move in, right? Guess we're neighbors. Andrew. Andrew? We don't know his name yet. How do we know he's Andrew? His voice sounds deep, but tired. He's definitely older than me. By 1 or 2 decades. Maybe just by the tone of his voice alone. However, he doesn't sound like someone who smokes. He taps a cigarette on his hand, on top of an ashtray I didn't notice there before. The ashes of the burned white stick on his hand fall into it properly, and the wind is soft enough to prevent it from falling out of it. The hallway corridor looks pristine, so I believe he cleans any mess he causes. Oh yeah, sorry for the noise yesterday. I've been planning my move for quite a while, but I probably annoyed you before too. I'm Theo Reyes. Theo Rise? Rise. Reyes? Reyes. Theo. Huh. But you can just call me Theo. I extend my free hand towards him. He presses his cigarette on the ashtray, essentially putting it out. Then he turns his massive body towards me and takes my hand in a firm grip. We shake hands for a second before he releases it. Nice to meet you, Theo. My name is Andrew Sewell. Sewell? Sewell. Sewell. I'm going with Sewell. Since you're being so proper about it, but Andrew is good enough. No reason to keep it too formal. I'm your neighbor from now on. I haven't particularly heard anything last week. I was probably out by the time you were here. Moving can be pretty painful, I know that. Wait, guys, sorry. I forgot you guys don't speak Dark Primordial. But Halloween's almost over. Oh damn. Oh dang it, guys. I don't know, guys. We'll try again next year. Thank you. We'll try. Hey guys, welcome back to Since November. Since it's November, or no. Since November is here. There we go. Since November is here, we're reading more Since November. So anyway, there's pizza movies and non-pizza movies. Actually, I'm glad I stayed inside, because now we get to hear her finish this conversation or whatever. It's obvious when you think about it. Redline is a pizza movie. Midsummer is not. Babadook? Nope. The Green Room? Obviously not. But Turtles in Time, perfect pizza movie. Guys, it'd be really funny if Charlie was British. Right? Just as a thought. It'd be really funny if Charlie was British. I know in part 1, I know in the prologue, Charlie was not British. But wouldn't it be funny if he was British? Doesn't he give off British energy? Can I even do a British accent? I've got this. It's not real, it's not. A shadow passes over my unfocused eyes and I feel something soft and warm on my lips. My entire body is so tense that it hurts, but the shock of what's now happening to me confuses things. A large hand cups the back of my head while another pulls at my lower back. I grow loose in his arms as I surrender to the kiss. The moment my tongue starts to move, he practically drops me. Ha ha ha, holy shit. Really all that much of a... Can I say that? I don't know if I can say that. You really are that much of a... F-slur. I stare back at him, blinking dumbly as I regain my balance. Shut up, that was fucked up. Look at all of this, it just keeps going and going and going. I don't think I could have read it all if I spent my entire life here. We stood up on 2 legs, teamed the land, called it a society, and then pretty much spent the next few thousand years arguing about it. 1,000, what a cute little number. Look what we did with it. Have you processed the idea of the Eiffel Tower melting? Does all of that iron retain some sort of intrinsic value? How many followers did you have on Twitter? Is that a real question? Can you put a bow on the war in the Middle East? They broke their backs lifting Malachi. They broke their backs lifting Moloch to heaven. Pavements, trees, radios, tons. Lifting the city to heaven which exists and is everywhere about us. Howl by Allen Ginsberg. Is this a fake book referencing... Is this a real book referencing a real book? Or is this the in-universe fake book referencing an in-universe fake book? Full poem. We're reading the poem, guys. I'm sorry. I know you're here for Under Heaven, but it immediately referenced a piece of real-life media, so now I have to do that now, right? It's required reading. Moloch whom I abandon. Wake up in Moloch. Light streaming out of the sky. Moloch, Moloch. Robot apartments, invisible suburbs, skeleton treasuries, blind capitals, demonic industries, spectral nations, invincible madhouses, granite cogs? Huh? Actually, this poem is required reading. I don't know what Under Heaven is about, but I guarantee you this is required reading, right? If you read Under Heaven without reading whatever the heck this poem is first, you're doing it wrong. I'm sorry. Right? I hate to tell you, you're doing it wrong. I hate to tell you, you're supposed to read Echo Route 65 before you Echo. You're not. You're not supposed to do that. But you are supposed to read what's this poem called? Howl? All is peaceful now, all quiet, all unmoving. Pain and desire are denied their domain at last. But even stone in time may shift. Outside me something stirs. The muddied waters of the world above will be denied no longer. They carve through me, swelling the lightless river within to flow anew. The things of that world, its drowning loudness, its ceaseless, maiming turbulence, its pitiless and sharpened light, all of these things I had gladly surrendered. But I am stone no more. I am returned to flesh, blind and scared and grasping amid the unseen currents. Scourged and weak, there's only one path upwards. I reach, unthinking. Climb. Okay, so now we're climbing. Before he descended, now he's climbed it. Water. From where? I'm too weak to stir, just able to extend my tongue. It flicks weakly across my upper lip, sodden and beaded with moisture. It's unpleasant, chalky and chemical. Ah. Who could forget the bitter rain of Megiddo? 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 Beneath it lies something else, coppery and vile. I am aware of myself as an indistinct cloud of aches. Each ragged breath returns the shapes of my body to me. I shift, my paw brushing against some rough texture. A cushion? Hey guys, he's waking up. My eyelids stick together. I reach up to wipe them. Then recoil and wince as a white-hot bolt of pain shoots down my arm. What the fuck happened to me? My other arm is shaky and unsteady as I reach up to clear my vision. I remember the two of us at a diner not terribly unlike this one, years and years ago. 2 or 3 a.m. maybe, talking about nothing, but really talking about everything. Yeah. So you still keep up with the guitar? God. Suddenly remembering the whole garage band era. Oh geez, haven't thought about that in a million years. Not really, if I'm being honest. It was alright, but I don't think music was ever really my thing when you get down to it. I guess I'd say I've kind of found different outlets, since with the exchange stuff and all. Oh. What about you? Keep up with God, I'm an asshole. Sorry, was it Taekwondo? Boxing and, well, I've had a lot else going on. Oh, right. The awkwardness that we momentarily defeated descends once more. It was a stupid subject to bring up. We're not kids anymore, and I realize that. And I realize that, in most ways that matter. I really don't know the man in front of me. He's got a six-pack, I bet. Maybe a soft gut. Flying's intense, but not much of a workout. He was at the gym, after all. God, why isn't he here yet? I can't be thinking like this before it even started. This is stupid. Aw. Quit your howling, Wolf. I'm here. Oh, howdy, Fox. Took your time, didn't you? He's looking fine, at least. Dress shirt and pants? I'm underdressed. Is that a whiff of apple cologne I sense in the air? Fox is being fancy tonight. Did your phone die or something? Kept it on silent. If I'm going on a date, I want to be focused on you. Always on point, I see. Can't leave dangerous jobs to my team, after all. Fox leads me to a newer machine. I did see a lot of people crowding this one earlier in the night, but it's died down now. It's all the rage, so this is our chance to give it a try if you want. Wolf's Wrath? Did they really make a game about our battles? Hey, we really needed the royalties. I heard it was fun, at least. You better make a choice now, because there's a line forming behind us. Well, there's a choice? Okay, what happens if we don't do it? We just move on? Yeah, we have to play. Sure. I'll give it a shot. Pop a few tokens into the slot and the machine springs back to life. I grab onto the single button and joystick. Let me at him. Guys, it's a whole mini game. I didn't know it was going to be a whole mini game, guys. No one told me. It's worth all of the tickets, but I think you'll like it. He opens his hand. A spiked collar? Looks like it's made of cheap plastic and felt, but... Oh, Foxy really didn't need to. We only just met. Come on, take it, Wolf. I think it would look good on you. I think you'll look great with it. Never really thought about it, but Fox always seems to be wearing a neckerchief. This could be my thing, too. Here, let me put it on you. Fine. I hold still while Fox snaps it around my neck. Watch the fur. I've been this close to a guy's face, unless we were making out. The clone's fading, but I can still get the scent. Fox's natural musk is coming through, too. There, how's it feel? Kinda feels like I'm someone's pet now. But it feels oddly good. You'll get used to it. Then soon you can't leave home without it. Like your neckerchief? It belonged to my dad. It's just something to remember him by. Well, I thank you, Master. Shall I take you to our next stop? And that was all the visual novels we read in 2025, guys. It's interesting to see how far we've come, and it's been fun reading these so far. So I can't wait to see what novels we'll get up to reading next year. If you made it this far, feel free to leave some novel suggestions in the comments below. Until next time, Happy New Year's, guys, and thank you.